YouTube here back in the gym, man. Wanted to get some shots up. Things been going all right, but your boy is a little under the weather. So one remedy I like to do when I'm sick, I like to go in the gym and just get some shots up and break a sweat. And then luckily nobody is in here right now, so we definitely trying to, be safe. Like nobody's in here right now. It's just me. So yeah, man, I wanted to come up here, get some shots, talk to the people, man. So y'all stay tuned. Check in with me. It's Cut Talk. Yo, yo. Ball a little flat. Don't y'all hate. Only real hoopers would know this. When you leave your ball outside in your car and it's cold outside, then you pick your ball up to dribble it and it's flat. That's the situation I'm in right now. But like normally, give it like 2-3 minutes and the ball go back to normal. But yeah, man. Me and the family been a little under the weather. I ain't even gonna say the family, just my wife and I. Like I came home not feeling the best. I think it was Monday because it was I want to say the 50s on Monday in Milwaukee, and that's like kind of uncommon for December. But it was in the 50s, so when I was working, because I worked outside, had my hat off, had my coat off, because I wear Under Armour, so that normally can keep me warm. So I had my hat off, had my coat off, was sweating a little bit. Then when I came home, and it definitely cooled off. It didn't stay that way the whole day. But when I came home, throat was itching a little bit when I swallowed. And normally that's like, it's like signs that you start to get sick. So I tried to, get ahead of it and take plenty of medications. And that had me feeling better for a little bit. But then unfortunately, I got my wife sick. And when she started to get like a little worse, I started to get worse. And it was just like, dog. So yeah, man, we just been fighting with that. But we're gonna be all right, man. Everybody gets sick. It ain't the end of the world. Fortunately, my kids didn't get sick, and that's the irony of it. Because normally, the first people to get sick is the kids, but they straight. We was able to give Skylar some medicine right away, even though she wasn't sick, but just to like be on the safe side, and she never got sick, so that was cool. And our youngest one, Bubs, little soldier, she never got sick, so that was cool. But anyways, in terms of what I wanted to talk about, because when I do these little sessions in the gym, I definitely don't want to just be in here just blabbering about nothing. I'm like, man, if it ain't worth having a good conversation about, I don't want to be in here talking about it. I don't want to waste nobody's time. And I don't just want to feel like I'm just talking to myself. But the first small thing I wanted to just talk about, which actually is kind of funny, and show that I'm getting kind of old, is like my hair. So I cut hair and I cut my own hair. But this week, I don't know, I just been like, I looked in the mirror and I just did not like how my hair looked. Like, I'm not bald at any stretch, but like parts of my hair are definitely thinning. And like, I'm 33 and my dad lost his hair So I'll probably be bald. You know, as I get older, I'll probably most likely be bald. But like right now, I'm not bald. But I was just looking at the state of my hair, and I'm like, oh no, I don't like the way it looks. Now, don't get me wrong. Because I like really cut hair, I could finesse a haircut and make myself look a certain way. That ain't no issue. But I think the problem I was having is because I was cut. Excuse me. Because I was cutting my hair so much, I think that kind of had a negative effect on me in terms of my lining and like thinning in certain spots. Then it's just one barber I follow on YouTube who was saying that like the 2-in-1 and 3-in-1 shampoos are actually kind of bad for your scalp. And I ain't gonna lie, like that's what I use. So I'm like, damn. Let me switch it up. So did a little research, bought a new shampoo, and I actually bought a moisturizer too, because keeping it 1,000, I never moisturize my hair. I don't know nothing about that. I normally just have a little shampoo, try to wash my hair every day just because I have a physical job, so I just be feeling like my hair is dirty every day. But yeah, but I was telling my guy this, like for 2025, and even just starting now, I want to, you know, start taking better care of my hair. So I bought a natural biotin shampoo for like men with thinning hair. So I bought that. Then I bought like a biotin moisturizer too. And then I bought this like biotin, heavy biotin oil to put in my hair too. So I'm curious to see the effects of that. And back when I was like younger in high school, middle school, I used to have like heavy waves. But now, not so much. I mean, some of the pattern is still there, but that it was nothing I was really trying to like go hard with. Like some of the waivers you see, I wasn't trying to do all that. But I just said to myself, man, you do a lot for other people. You know what I'm saying? You make sure other people are good. So why not give yourself some attention in terms of your hair? So yeah, pulled my brush out, found my do-rag, which is crazy. It was like in the bottom of my drawer in the bathroom. So found that. Yo. And then just giving myself more attention when it comes to that. So yeah, definitely want to, because like I said, I know I'll probably lose my hair when I'm probably 50. Probably lose my hair. But for now, do what I can to keep the look clean. But in terms of other stuff, been talking with the family, and a potential move is what we thinking about. Like, we live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and bro, it's cold here. I ain't gonna lie to you. And like, I've been living here all my life, so I ain't gonna say I'm used to it, but we see it all the time. But man, like, I really just recently, past couple months, I've been asking myself, like, why do we live here? And not even in no complaining way, but like, just like, seriously, like, why do we live here? And the cliche answer is, oh, family is here, and It's where you was born and raised, but like I don't know. Like I don't know that just don't sit well with me. Like we should still do something just because our family did it, even though excuse me, y'all. But even though it's opportunities in nicer environments in other places, but we just get so comfortable with stuff that we don't even like think about living somewhere else. I ain't just talking about me, I'm just saying in general. And like I told you, I'm a truck driver. I work outside all day. Like I probably in a 10-hour day, I probably spend 7 of it delivering and being up going in and out the trailer. So I feel all the elements. And like just doing that job over the years, it'll be 10 years next October of me doing that job. And to be honest, like damn near like probably I want to say 11 to 12 years total just working outside. So I always dealt with the elements. But yeah, man, I was like, as I get older and we got kids, I'm married, we got kids now, you just thinking to yourself like, bro, are we putting our kids in the best environment to be happy and do well? Come on now. Tweak with Jay. Like, oldest daughter 3. Youngest is 10 months. Really 11 now. They little. They active. They like to play outside. In Wisconsin, I would say, in terms of weather, probably after like November, it's probably really not the best to have your kids outside. You know, you could do the occasional like playing in the snow, but if it don't snow and it's just cold, like it's probably not smart to have little kids outside for long periods of time because it get cold. And then like I'm an outdoorsy type person, bro. I like to be out in my backyard. I like to cook outdoors. We bought a deck a couple years ago. I paid for a deck to be built. I like to do that. I like to do fires. I'm just like somebody who enjoys outdoors. And to know that like in Wisconsin, realistically, it's probably like 4 to 5, I would say 3 to 4, maybe 5 months where you just can't really be outside. Like we not ice fishers, we don't like to do that. And to be honest, when I was younger, yeah, I like to play in the snow when I was younger, but as I get older, man, ain't nobody trying to do that. Like I'm just keeping it real. And then like what really like hit me is like my wife said, my oldest daughter like asked her one day like, or just told her like, Mommy, I just want to play outside. And this one, you know, this is recent when it's cold and we can't let them play outside. And that just like, dang, like it made me really question like, dude, why are we here? Like, yeah, my mom and dad is here, my sisters, and her mom and her siblings, yes. But it made me think like, dude, are we getting the most out of life in Wisconsin? Just being real. Am I maximizing my potential here? Can my wife be the best woman she could be here. Is this the best life for my kids to grow and enjoy their childhood here in Milwaukee? And I'm like, all honesty, like, I don't know. Truth be told, I really don't know. And I feel like the fact that I said I really don't know basically mean no, being honest. Like, I was talking with Danielle yesterday, like, it would be dope to just go for a simple walk at night in December when it's 70 degrees and the street lights is on. That would be dope. Like, it would be dope to go out on a weekend, you know what I'm saying, in December, 75 degrees at 7 o'clock and have burgers with the family somewhere. That would be dope. Like, those little things, it would be dope to see my kids happy and be able to play outside when it's February. That would be cool. It would be dope to know, like, you know, there's trucking opportunities out here for me. The job that I do, and I do like my job, but my job is tough, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's tough, and it just, like, it wears on you. Doing what I do, especially in the wintertime, being outside all day, moving that product all day, using my hand carts, just driving semi in Wisconsin in the wintertime is like, bro, it's different. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You gotta make sure your truck is plugged in. I gotta put some mark on that. Make sure your truck is plugged in every day so it don't freeze and it start up the next day. You gotta drive a certain way when it snows and when it's cold. It takes a toll on your hands, takes a toll on just your body in general. It get dark quicker. So it's just like working in food delivery in the wintertime in Wisconsin. It's just not enjoyable, bro. I'm gonna just be totally honest. It's not enjoyable. Like, I do not get excited about going to work in the wintertime, doing what I do. Now, don't get me wrong. In the summertime, you got a good route, you got good customers, and you got good weather. That job is very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. So I'm like, why can't we go somewhere where I can have that feeling all year round? Now, it's not just about me. And that's one of the reasons why, like, it's a discussion and it's not just an automatic decision. Because my wife feelings matter. You know what I'm saying? My kids matter. If anything, that comes before me. But just thinking about them things, like, dog, it's 4 a.m. I'm outside. It's 12 degrees. Like, no lie. Last week, I'm not lying, bro. My hands, I'm not going to say I got frostbite. But when I say how callous my hands was when I got home, just because of, like, how cold it was, I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. And like I said, I've been doing this job 9+ years. But I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if this is life. That was the feeling. Like, do I want this to be life? Come on now. There we go. And, like, what gave me one of the most inspirational things my wife told me, the reason why I love her, is she said, like, because when I first initially brought it up to her, I don't think she was really with it. Just being real. She like, I don't know about all that. But the more she thought about it, and she got one of her like favorite cousins is out there. My aunt is out there. And just people I know. I know some people from Milwaukee who moved to Arizona. I got a college buddy, guy I play ball with. He out there. So we wouldn't be alone. One of the guys who used to work at Performance with me, he just recently moved out there. And bro did it so savage. He quit his job and just moved out there with no job. He just was sick of Milwaukee and just moved. But luckily, he found a job, you know what I'm saying? Found a house. And he eventually gonna have his whole family out there. So when I seen that, I'm like, bruh, salute to you. Now, I wouldn't do it like that. But just the thought of like wanting to start somewhere new, especially in an environment like that, definitely like it's something I wouldn't be opposed to doing. And something I think about, like, how could you not think about moving to an environment where like your family just would be happier? All of y'all. Like, how can you not consider that? And my wife, like again, my wife said she support what I do. And if moving to Arizona is gonna help you be a better you, I'm not opposed to it. When she told me that, I'm like, man, I appreciate you, baby. So we just been thinking about that, man. Like, what would be difficult if we did say yes, when we did like both agree to just do it, is like, first off, I have to have work. And luckily where I work at, they have a couple performance food groups in Arizona. Or Performance Food Service is like the branch I work out of. But they definitely got that in Arizona. And then like it's other food service companies and just trucking companies out there. So I will have an opportunity for work. And then my wife like is very good in what she does. She does human resources. So I don't see her having a problem with finding work out there. Come on, man, that should have been good. I wouldn't see her having trouble finding work out there. I think the problem we will run into is like we got a lot of stuff at our house. So that's good. Come on now. We'll probably have to have an estate sale just to get everything off. Sell everything. Which I ain't opposed to. It will be sad to see some of that stuff go. But I wouldn't be opposed to that. Getting our cars over there. And then like in terms of living, what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy a house right away, or will we like find an apartment, live in an apartment for a little bit, for like a year till we learn the area, and then find a house. So in all honesty, that makes the most sense. So yeah, that will be probably the move. Sell our house, have an estate sale. And because the price of our house has gone up, like our house is worth more than what we bought it for. So we will have a little profit with that. And then take that profit, stash it and save it, get an apartment for a reasonable price. And then just, try to find a house, try to find a realtor out there. Tough. Try to find a realtor out there. You know what I'm saying? And do it that way. So that would probably be the smartest way. And then I just think about, in terms of, just for me, I think about the pod and my haircutting business. I try not to talk this way, but I'm just being totally honest right now. When I played ball, I always felt kind of underrated. because I was always under somebody. And I never just had 4 years of me being the man, relatively speaking. I always had to kind of start at the bottom, be behind older guys, and, you know what I'm saying, work my way to the top. And I feel like with basketball, but with barbering in the pod, it's kind of the same situation, but a little different. Because with barbering, I'm not in nobody's shop. I'm my own entity. And I feel like getting business, you know what I'm saying, attracting business and try to promote myself. I don't have a shop behind me. I don't have barbers behind me. I'm a one-man machine. So I feel like when it comes to that, I'm definitely slept on in the city. Again, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I'm the best barber in the city, but I'm solid, especially in terms of like what I do. I cater to African American males, my age, older and younger. You know what I'm saying? Even Hispanics, white people. You want a certain look, I can do that. But I just feel like I'm slept on. So, in terms of going to an area where I can start fresh, you know, have fresh marketing, fresh area to like put myself out there, would definitely be beneficial. Like for real. Like I have faith in my skills. I know the work I put in to become a better barber. And I just feel like sometimes in Milwaukee, it goes on deaf ears. So it would be dope to be able to go somewhere and really take advantage of my skills. Just being real. And the same thing with the pod. Like, in terms of the energy for the pod that I have, I'm a positive dude. Got a history in basketball. Currently cut hair. Christian dude. So those are things I want to discuss on the pod. I'm a big fan of music. So I try to incorporate all that with the pod. But sometimes in Milwaukee, if you're not from a certain area, if you're not in with a certain crowd, if you don't talk a certain way, you don't act a certain way, you're going to be slept on. And I feel like just in the city, my pod is slept on. So it'd be dope to go somewhere and really grow, get more growth there than I could get here with the pod. That would be cool. Not saying I don't want to be able to grow the pod here in Milwaukee and grow here as a barber, but I feel like just sometimes you can kind of reach your peak in a certain situation or location. Like, for example, you dating somebody, you care about them, but they just do not want to get married. They don't want to have kids. So I feel like you can only date that person so long before like you kind of just top out. Like you want kids, you want to be married, but you know that person never wants to do that. So it's like, do you continue to stay with that person, or do you wish them well and start over to find somebody who wants the same things you want? And that's how I feel like the situation is with barbering and my podcast. I just feel like in Milwaukee, I kind of went as far as I could go in terms of like really hitting my potential in stride here. I'm appreciative of everybody who came to me for Cutting the City and everybody who showed me love with my podcast. But I just feel like, man, I kind of took this ship as far as it could go here. Like, you hear it all the time. People who want to be big in the music industry just feel like they either got to go to Atlanta, LA, or New York, because they kind of only going to be so big where they originally from. So that's what I feel like in terms of Milwaukee. Now, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But just from doing this thing for going on 2 years in April, I don't know. And with the barbering, I've been cutting hair since I was 21, 22. I can kind of see the landscape and come to that conclusion. But I could be wrong with that too. But overall, sum it up, I want to go somewhere and be able to become the best me. For God, for my family, and just for pride of just wanting to get the most out of life. And if Arizona is that place, and that's what God has for me, I'm 100% on board. Now, if that's not for me, and God's plans are for me to stay here, I'm 100% on board with that too. It just means we got to buckle down, grind harder, and good things hopefully will happen. But yeah, man, I'm not a hopeless person. I ain't gonna never say I just walk around with no hope. But definitely thinking about Arizona, that's all, has given me a little more hope in terms of like, damn, man, there might be something out there. Might be something out there better than this. But then my thoughts, man. I hope y'all have a smooth Sunday. Good. Enjoy football. Enjoy relaxation. Y'all go to church, man. The church service is good. Y'all can relax with your families before the week start. I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to shoot some more because, like I said, I want to break a sweat. But I wish y'all well. Man, y'all tap in with the pod, man. Just give it a listen. If you like what you hear, you know what I'm saying? Scroll down my catalog and check out some of the past interviews and just haircut videos. Just check me out. Oh, good. That's all I got. Y'all stay smooth, man.